Think we're good to go. Okay, so here's episode 11, got episode 12 of the My Two Tips podcast. There might be a lot of splicing different videos together, we'll see. Hopefully this take is okay. There's a lot of like rumbling noises. I think they're paving outside. Hopefully it's consistent, we can kind of ignore it, but we'll see. Yeah, hi, welcome. It is May 25th, which is pretty... How the hell did that happen? Where did the month go? Like, where did it go? Seriously. Might be some like kind of things happening with the light. We'll see what we get. I do have coffee here with me today. I had to run out this morning and get some cream for it though, because we were not fresh out, but fresh out of cream. Got it now though. Slurp, slurp. So this week I have been knitting, but I feel like I don't have a ton of stuff to show, which is fine. I have 2 finished, technically there's 3 finished objects, but I'm not showing you one just because it's the test knit sock. So that's done. One of the pair. I still have to cast on the second one, but it's really nice. I really like the way it fits. So more on that when the pattern comes out and I can tell you all about it. So the first thing I can actually show you is the 3-color cashmere cowl that's finished. What? Really pretty, really nice. The ends aren't woven in. I haven't blocked it because not 100% sure if I will or not, but the lace, like when you just give it a gentle tug, I don't know, it looks like it might just need it a little bit. We'll see. I should be able to splice in some video of me wearing it. I will pop it on quick. I've caught it on a bobby pin, so it might just stay up there like that for now. But it's finished. The heads up with the lace, like, don't just try and be like a crazy rock star and think that you can do it without having stitch markers, because for some reason, even though like the lace itself is really simple, a lot of people have gotten caught up with it, and who knows why. I don't know, but for some reason it tends to trip people up. So if you do go to knit it, prepare yourself. And maybe try not to do it when you're watching TV or Netflix or something. I don't know. But that's finished. So it didn't take me very long at all. I worked on it pretty exclusively. And I did end up finishing the lace on the, I don't know, 2nd or 3rd try. I put a stitch marker, I think I talked about it last week. I put a stitch marker after every like 8 stitches, which was the stitch repeat. So it helped my sanity. I think I will lightly block it. I also think it's really long. It'd be interesting to see what it would look like and wear like if you only did half. Be interesting, because I think it would still be pretty cozy. around your neck. I think. I don't know. I think this would make a great gift for absolutely anybody. I mean, the colors are totally adaptable to whomever you're gifting it to. So it's a lot of fun. I also did modify the last bit of striping just to bring in some of the black color, because if I hadn't brought it in up there, this would have been the last part where you saw it. So I thought it would be kind of nice to just bring some of it in up there. The other little thing I finished was this tiny little cross stitch. It's a little kit. And to be honest with you, it's mindless for me because I don't know, like cross stitch is cross stitch. I don't think there's any real difference with it, I don't think. If it was embroidery, you could do like different stitches and stuff, but cross stitch is basically, you know, A to B and then C to D. Like, it's not, I don't know, not a lot of room to play around, but it's definitely kind of something that you can get lost in for sure. Sorry, technical difficulties. There you go. There it is in more detail. Oh, wrong way. It's coming. There you go. See? I did a much better job on this one, I must say. All the crosses all go in the same direction. So that's all the knitting finished stuff. I do have my May cardigan here. It's in the middle of a row, which is the first time I think that's happened when I've wanted to show something on the podcast. Yeah, kind of funny. So it has grown, I guess, a fair amount. I'm getting closer to the 10-inch mark, but really doesn't look any different than last time, other than it is slightly longer. The reason why it's in the middle of a row, because usually I never ever put my knitting down in the middle of a row. Never. It's just something that doesn't really sit well with me. So last night I met up with Shannon of Etc. and we hung out, had coffee, chit-chatted, knitted, just kind of had a great time together. But towards the end of the evening, they were ready to kick us out of the coffee shop, and I had gotten to whatever point this is in the row and felt comfortable to leave it there and pack it up and bring it home, with every intention of at least finishing that row once I got home. Clearly didn't happen. That's okay. Other work is done. I mean, it's looking super cute, it's great, but I just want to get it done. I do. Is my Wildflower and Honeycomb sock number 2. I mean, it looks the exact same. I need to get going on it. Yeah, I'll get going on it. I will finish it. I know Tracy just casted hers on over at the Grocery Girls podcast. So I think we're gonna I'm gonna tag along with her for a little bit. Progress that I have, you've seen it really hasn't grown much, but it has a new bag that it's living in because Shannon's awesome gifted me a bag. What? It's great. What? Yep, I have my very own bag from Shannon from Etc. It's awesome. And you really can tug on. It's I don't know, more of like a ropey, it's not rope, but it's like a nylon-y braided rope. I don't know. But I mean, it's pretty heavy duty, so like you can really tug on it. And it's fantastic. The fabric totally squishy. It's fantastic. I don't think she put interfacing in this one. I don't think so. But the fabric on the outside is great. I think I have close-ups of ta-da! And it's got this I don't know what fabric it is, but for some reason it's reminding me of fruit on the outside. But then on the inside, some of the vaginas. But yes, absolutely love it. She surprised me with it. I was not anticipating or expecting a bag by any means, but I love it. And I literally immediately threw that sock whip in there the minute she gave it to me, so love it. I am wearing a sweater that my grandmother gave me. I've been like camping out in it lately. So it's got like a folded over shawl collar. I hope this is focused. I love it. It's got buttons, but this one for some reason never likes to stay closed. It might be because of, you know, the chestage. I'm not entirely sure, but whatever, it's totally fine. I love this thing. Almost crashed into the table. But she knit this for me a few years ago now. Not entirely sure when. But she did knit it for me out of, I asked her just because I wasn't sure the other day. I believe it is Bernat Softy Chunky. Pattern from Susan Bates, I think. That or Mary Maxim. One of the two. Quite possibly pattern number 530215. Possibly. But I had asked her for like a traditional Fair Isle Christmas sweater. And so she chose to do snowflakey kind of whatever this is. Which I do really like. I really do. But I think I'm going to have to knit myself one with moose on it. It's going to have to happen at some point. Not, you know, not near future. Last week I hit up a yarn store, well 3 of them, with a friend, and I think first I'll show off like notions that I got. In the show notes I'll say where I got everything just because that'll be easier. But we did go to 3 stores. We went to Valley Yarns, 88 Stitches, and Wool Is Not Enough, which are all in the Vancouver area, or greater Vancouver area, I guess, depending on how you're looking at it. So what did I pick up notions wise? I picked up a few things. I picked up kitty snips, which are just the little Haya scissors, which are fantastic, and a pair of, they're not like real crane scissors, but I'll show them in a little close up too, but fantastic. They fit in my notions pouch. I also got some of the design, the jewel design buttons, so I got 2 of those, which hopefully I'll be able to. This is the button. They're the small size. Small. It's got 2 leather discs on them. I'm gonna zoom in. There's 2 like leather discs with a metal like screw in the middle. So to take it apart and put it on your knitted fabric, you have to unscrew it. It's just literally just a screw and like a peg thing. So you put this on one side of your fabric with one of the discs and sandwich your fabric in the middle, put the other disc and the other part through the top, and then tighten it together. And then you have like a removable button holding whatever it is in place. So I plan on putting both of these, I think, into my Halagar shawl when I wear it to keep it in place. To like put in a little clip of like how you use them. They're pretty cool. I also got some stitch markers. Hopefully these don't fall out of the tin. They're just little circles. Whoosh. They fell out of the tin. Anyways, got a little pack of those because you can never have too many. Oh, yeah, the big things that are sitting in front of me, which was like the whole point for our little yarn crawl. Sock blockers of my own. Yay! So they're the Bryson. Actually, these ones aren't Bryson. Maybe they are. Stainless steel sock blockers. Oh, yep, they are Bryce. Oh, Bryce spun. See? Maybe? I don't know. I will put that in a close-up for sure. And they're in the size medium because that's what fit my feet well. So that was fantastic. That was the whole reason why this little yarn crawl started. So those were picked up. That was picked up. That was picked up. I picked up a second set of carbon DPNs in the US 1 2.25 millimeters because I'm getting frustrated only working with 4. And my other set, and then totally enabled by Kristen of Wool and Vine, I picked up a set of the Knitter's Pride cubics. I will do a close-up of these. So these are the US 1.5, 2.5 millimeters, because I did a little research. And when you knit with these, you tend to get smaller gauge than the same size round needle because their circumference is actually smaller than a round needle. So via that information, I picked up a 2.5, which should hopefully give me the same gauge as 2.25 millimeters. We'll see. Haven't used them yet. Shall we get to the yarn? I think so. So the first thing I picked up fiber-wise is to make a second hat. So some of you, if you've been watching the podcast, if you stalk my projects on Ravelry, if you've seen me on Instagram, you would have seen this hat. I'm just trying to catch it in the light a little bit. So it's the Phaedra hat by Gudrun Johnson, which I think it's like my favorite actual like warm weather. I mean cold weather warm hat. There you go. There's more of the pattern there. However, I knitted in black the first time, so I picked up yarn because for the past, ever since I knit this one, I was like, I need this in a lighter color as well. And the last few times I've been out, I have been looking. I just never found anything, but I have. I have found the yarn. So this is Juniper Moon Farm Fiber, Juniper Moon, and it is absolutely wonderful. It's a 40-40-20 blend of alpaca. Is there a big difference between alpaca and baby alpaca? I'm not sure. Baby alpaca, wool, and silk. So it is soft, it is going to be warm, and it's, I believe it is a single ply yarn. I don't think this is woolen spun. I think it is a single ply. It's really pretty. And then for it to pair with it, I'm not going to hand make pom-pom this time. I am going to use this guy. How great. I think they'll look absolutely fantastic. And size-wise, love it. So, super happy with that. That was like fibery purchase number 1. The second thing I picked up fiber-wise was these two skeins. Sorry, I just have to kind of like mentally go through it. Is from Riverside Studio, and I have some of her yarn in my stash. But this is her dusk colorway. Hope it's showing up well. So there is definitely purples and this really pretty gray that comes through. And I bought it, both of them, with the intention, and it's going to happen, I'm going to knit the Waiting for Rain shawl. So we both picked up yarn to knit the Waiting for Rain shawl, which is a pattern by Sylvia Bobilvia. I'm sure you've all heard of it. I'm sure you've all seen it. Some of you have probably even knit it. It's gorgeous. It's going to be fantastic. And this is the MCN base, which is absolutely beautiful. So it should be good. There is 378 yards in a skein. So I think we should be okay. I mean, 2 skeins. I mean, if we have to cut down a little bit on a row or 2 towards the end, should be fine. I think it's quite a big shawl to begin with. So really excited about that. No real plans as to when exactly that's gonna get started, but that's okay. And then I also picked up another skein of Riverside Studio, which a little bit of deja vu here because I already have a skein of it in my stash. But the skein I picked up is another one of the Merino single lace, which has like 412 yards in this 57 gram skein in the bubblegum speckle colorway. And it is speckled like crazy. It's so pretty. So pretty. Yeah. So this one has, I would say, more speckles than the other one I got. This is the first one I have that's been kicking around in my stash. So it's got more patches of like the pink, which is totally fine. I love them both. But I think, let me undo them here. So when I hold them both together kind of in, I don't know, what do you call this, the loop? I don't know. They do blend pretty well, I think. Like that looks pretty good together, I think. So the reason why I bought a second one is because I've really been toying with the idea, get ready for crazy talk, of knitting a pie shawl, or maybe a half pie shawl, so a half circle. We'll see, but I think doing it in the lace weight would be nice, and I think this color would be lots of fun to wear. It's very, very, like this section here on this new skein. Oh, now I'm gonna make a mess of it all. Like this section that's in here. Oh. There is blue, there is reds, there's oranges, there's the base of like pink and like a peachy, almost a yellow at some point. Oh, so pretty. Really, really pretty. If I could have a whole sweater that looks like this when it's knit up, it'd be gorgeous. So that is going to become, I believe, a pie shawl at some point. I'm not like jumping at the bit to get it done or even find a pattern for it and decide on one. What am I? It does not look good. You know what I mean, right? So yeah, is that kind of all I have to talk about? I'm also looking forward to getting more of that May cardigan done. I know Shannon, who's hosting the TTT COWL, just opened up her poll for an extension. I need an extension like crazy, so I voted for 2 weeks. I will totally, yep. Would a 2-week extension mean that I get it done? At this point, I have no idea. But it would let me get closer to getting it finished. So I'm hoping for an extension on that one. Yeah, and I'm really also craving, like really craving some vanilla socks. So I really think I'm going to use some of the self-striping that I have in my stash. We'll see what happens. But I do kind of I got some stuff I got to clear up off of the needle. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully you all are having a wonderful, what's today, Wednesday? Hump day? Enjoying it in whatever way you are. If you're knitting, I hope you're making more progress than I am, or at least just enjoying it as much as you possibly can be. Yeah. I think that's all for me. So if you're looking for me on Instagram, I am Yes. I am E_Garnier on Instagram, where I don't know, I guess I'm there a lot. Ravelry, E Garnier, all one word. And then there's the Ravelry group for the podcast, which is the My Two Tips podcast group. Pretty easy to find, I believe. I still have my blog. I put a post up last night, but I really haven't been that active with it. I'm hoping to get more frequent with it again, or more consistent with it again, so we'll see. But here's where to find me. Bye guys, have a great week. See you next week. That looks better.